The Japanese Language Proficiency Test, also known as the JLPT. Probably Hunter. One of the only ways to have your Japanese skill level measured, and basically the only test which gets accepted by companies when applying for jobs as a foreigner in Japan, sadly enough. With an ever-rising price to take the test, we really could use some more free practice tests to make certain that we don't waste our money by applying for the test and then failing because we did not prepare enough. Yeah. Well, I searched around and here are some of the free JLPT practice tests that I was able to find. The first site that I found is called LearningJapaneseAZ, probably from A to Z. It has a good amount of practice tests available, and the collections of practice tests that they have are spanning multiple years. So that's site numero uno. The next site that I found and that I also really recommend is JLPT Sensei. It is a very good resource for studying Japanese in general, and it also has some practice tests. Especially if you're studying for the JLPT test specifically, I would really recommend that site. It has a ton of information, and like the name suggests, it is your JLPT Sensei. Next up is a site without really any practice tests, but it does have a good amount of tests. Well, ways to test your Japanese for the JLPT. And that site is called Japanese Test for You, I guess. 4 is too difficult to type. They're not actually tests, but it's still a good way to prepare for the JLPT test. You can choose what you want to focus on. And honestly, we can hate the JLPT test as much as we want. Their official site actually has probably the best resource because they're the official test. On the website itself, believe it or not, you can find official JLPT tests with the audio and with the answer sheets. And no, I'm not talking about those kind of couple of sample questions. I'm actually talking about the proper tests. So these are the real tests with audio and answer sheets, and this is honestly very valuable for people who want to take the JLPT test. And this page is not the only one, because there's a second page with more tests. But yeah, you can find a lot of the older tests here on the official site as well. So if you don't want to use any of the previous sites that I mentioned, you could just use the official site for your JLPT practice test needs. And yeah, this has been a very quick video because basically I found some other sites, but I knew from the beginning the official site has practice tests available, so you better just use those. There are other applications on Android and such, maybe on iOS as well, where you can do certain practice tests for the JLPT. But if you really want to practice with an official practice test that is basically an old test, just use the official site ones, because those will be the most in line with what the JLPT actually is. When you do the JLPT test, I say this in every single video, take in mind the time. Set yourself a timer, because honestly, time, it's the most difficult time, it's the most difficult thing to manage whilst doing the test, because you will run out of time if you start struggling with certain questions. When you take the practice test, please use a stopwatch, set an alarm, don't go over the time limits. Yeah, just take time in mind. And yeah, all that's left for me to do right now is to point you in the direction of my grammar videos, which you can use for reviewing your Japanese grammar. I got JLPT level N5, N4, N3, N2. N1 is maybe coming, maybe not. The N5 one really needs an update, but we're working on that. But yeah, anyway, if you want to see more Japanese study, help videos, advice videos, please click subscribe, click like if you like this video, and a quick mention to all my Ko-fi supporters. Thanks to these amazing people, I'm able to keep making these type of videos, and they also allow me to keep working on software, which by the way, I will soon start making Japanese study software. I have some ideas, the only thing I lack is time. And I need to invest my time more into trying to earn an income, because as a stay-at-home dad working on open source software, it's not fair. Yeah, those two things don't really scream earning money. So yeah, that's why I need Ko-fi supporters. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. And good luck with the JLPT.